Inside the extravagant and privileged world of Barron Trump, recognized as the richest child on the planet, lies a story of affluence, opportunity, and a legacy built on wealth and power. Barron William Trump, born into one of the most financially and politically influential families globally, has led a life that many can only dream of. As the only child of U.S. President Donald Trump and his third wife, First Lady Melania Trump, Barron's journey has been shaped by a level of opulence and privilege that few could fathom. His staggering net worth, estimated at around $80 million, secures his title as the wealthiest child in the world today. But what does this mean for young Barron behind the closed doors of Trump Tower and beyond? Let's delve deeper into the life of this billionaire heir and explore the many facets that make up his remarkable existence. The birth of an heir to a legacy. Barron Trump was born on March 20, 2006, in Manhattan, New York City, stepping into the world already embraced by an extraordinary heritage. His birth was a defining moment for the Trump family, as he became the youngest and only child of Melania Trump, Donald Trump's third wife. Barron's arrival came relatively soon after his parents' wedding in 2005, a development that even Donald Trump himself admitted took him by surprise. During an interview on The Oprah Winfrey Show, Donald Trump expressed his long-standing admiration for the name Barron, revealing that he had always wanted to use it but had not mustered the courage to do so, until now. Given his status as the only child from this marriage, Barron was undoubtedly cherished by both parents, with Melania, in particular, taking a highly active role in his upbringing. A life of luxury from the very beginning. From the moment Barron took his first breath, his life was adorned with unparalleled luxury. The phrase, born with a silver spoon, seems inadequate to describe the reality of his early years. As a newborn, he was gifted a golden baby carriage by Ellen DeGeneres, setting the tone for the extravagant lifestyle he would grow into. While most children his age played with plastic toys, Barron enjoyed customized, high-end playthings crafted from the finest materials and sourced from around the globe. His early years were spent in the Trump family's lavish Manhattan penthouse, a breathtaking residence valued at over $100 million. The penthouse, designed in the extravagant Louis XIV style, featured opulent marble floors, gold-plated accents, and ceilings reminiscent of the grandeur of Versailles. Donald Trump ensured that Barron had his own designated space within their luxurious home. His private living quarters included a fully equipped living room, a kitchen, a nursery, a playroom filled with every toy a young boy could ever desire, and additional accommodations for Melania and his nanny. With such an environment, Barron was raised in a setting of absolute affluence and comfort, shielded from the ordinary challenges of childhood. Even as he grew, luxury remained a staple in his life, allowing him experiences that most could only fantasize about. A young man with towering presence and interests. One of the most notable aspects of Barron's physical appearance is his impressive height. Despite being the youngest of Donald Trump's 5 children, he has surpassed all of them in stature, standing at approximately 6 feet 7 inches. As a child, Barron exhibited a strong interest in aviation, particularly planes and helicopters, something Melania Trump, as a doting mother, greatly encouraged. She remained highly protective of her son, ensuring he had a secure environment in which to grow and thrive. According to close sources, Melania has always been deeply involved in Barron's daily life, even personally preparing his meals. She has nurtured his creativity, allowing him to draw on the walls of his playroom, reassuring him that any markings could be painted over. A young visionary, Barron displayed a natural inclination for building and designing, often using Lego bricks and magnetized structures to create intricate cities and airports. His mother affectionately referred to him as Little Donald, a name inspired by his strong personality traits that closely mirrored those of his father. Despite being raised in an environment of immense privilege, Barron maintained a close bond with his father, spending quality time with him at Mar-a-Lago, where they enjoyed family dinners, played golf, and engaged in meaningful conversations. Education, the best money can buy. Education has always been a crucial aspect of the Trump legacy, and Barron's schooling was no exception. He attended Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School, one of the most prestigious private institutions in New York City, before transitioning to St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Potomac, Maryland, during Donald Trump's presidency. Unlike the children of past presidents, who typically attended Sidwell Friends School in Washington, D.C., Barron made history by being the first presidential child in over 3 decades to choose a different institution. After Trump's presidency ended in 2021, the family relocated to Mar-a-Lago, Florida, where Barron continued his education at Oxbridge Academy, another elite private school. He graduated in 2024, a milestone celebrated by both his parents at a grand ceremony. As he approached his college years, Donald Trump revealed that Barron had applied to several universities and had been accepted into all of them. Ultimately, he chose to attend New York University's Stern School of Business, a decision that aligned with his family's entrepreneurial background. Despite his independence, Melania opted not to follow him to college, though he remained under the watchful eye of Secret Service agents for security reasons. Barron reportedly lives off-campus and commutes from Trump Tower to NYU for his studies. Private yet distinguished social life. Unlike his father and older half-siblings, Barron has shown a preference for staying out of the public eye. His time at St. Andrew's Episcopal was marked by efforts to maintain a low profile. He even instructed his driver to pick him up several miles away from campus to avoid drawing attention to himself with an elaborate motorcade. Described as introverted and focused, Barron dedicated much of his time to academics and his passion for soccer rather than seeking the limelight associated with being a Trump. Although he grew up as the youngest of 5, Barron was largely raised as an only child due to the significant age gap between him and his older half-siblings. Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric Trump, his 3 older half-siblings from Donald Trump's first marriage to Ivana Trump, were already well into adulthood when Barron was born. Tiffany Trump, his half-sister from Donald Trump's marriage to Marla Maples, was 13 years old at the time of his birth. Despite these differences, Barron reportedly shares a close bond with Tiffany, who has publicly expressed her affection for him on multiple occasions. She was the only sibling present at his graduation from Oxbridge Academy in 2024 and has frequently celebrated his birthdays with heartfelt messages on social media. Political exposure and the Trump legacy. As the son of a former U.S. president, Barron's life was inevitably touched by politics. During Donald Trump's presidency, Barron maintained a relatively low profile, rarely making public appearances. He and Melania did not immediately move into the White House after Trump's inauguration, instead staying in New York so Barron could finish the school year. When he finally moved into the White House in June 2017, he became the first son of a U.S. president to reside there since John F. Kennedy Jr. in the 1960s. Though initially hesitant about the move, he gradually adapted, benefiting from White House amenities such as a private basketball court, movie theater, game room, and swimming pool. In 2024, Barron was invited to serve as a delegate at the Republican National Convention, a role he ultimately declined due to prior commitments. Despite this, there is ongoing speculation about whether he will step into a political or business role in the future, continuing the Trump legacy in some capacity. The future awaits. As Barron Trump continues to navigate life as the son of a billionaire and former president, his journey remains one of intrigue and immense potential. Whether he chooses to follow in his father's footsteps in business or forge his own unique path, one thing is certain: his life will continue to be defined by privilege, influence, and the expectations that come with bearing the Trump name.